Hello, everyone, and welcome to Truly Bedrock Season 3. This is episode 23. And as you can see, we're over here back at spawn. And the reason for that is I needed to grab some amethyst shards. We need to make some tinted glass for some of the work that's going on at the base. And I had a few stacks. I think I had 3 plus the 39. But I went ahead and bought some from Silent nonetheless because I'm going to need more than that, and I think tinted glass is going to be something that we're going to use in our block palette. Also, you guys will see here in a little bit that I did change the texture of it to kind of fit with our texture pack, as it were, and we're over here. Now, when I come over to Spawn Town, there's so many things going on. We've got Bruno's base up there, we've got Silent in the background, Rogue's apartments, we got the shopping district over here, the nice airship up there, dirigible? Airship? Balloon? What would that be, technically? We got Groova's base over here, and then something to my right there that I don't really know if I'm spoiling, and I don't want to. And then, of course, I can come over here and look at one of the inspirations behind my base this season, Jesse B's tower. It is looking absolutely gorgeous. And one thing I need to do is get the cheaty FOV changer downloaded so we can zoom in on stuff. The scoreboard's over here. We talked about that a couple of episodes ago when we hung out with the team. But while I was going back and forth to here, and even when we were doing that, I saw this, and come on. We cannot pass up an opportunity to be scammed by Tizz in a season. Nope. Let's do it. Let's go see what this is all about. This is Scam 5. Come get scammed. Oh yeah. We've done this many a times before. Some of them have been really funny. Some of them, well, we just lost diamonds. Hello? Let's see what the book says. Have you ever wanted to be scammed? Either way, today is the day. We've done this 4 other times. Put 4 diamonds in the chest and push the button once. You will get a cord, or you will get cords to follow to get your treasure. You won't die. Putting diamonds in the chest is you signing a contract. You agree to this knowing you are going to get scammed. Okay, I got a little tongue-tied there, but let's see. We need to put 4 diamonds in the chest, and I mean, honestly, I think we can spare the diamonds. We haven't really been using them this season, which is cool. Copper has seemed to be taking over the currency on the server, so let's go ahead and put these in here. Let's go ahead and click the button. Ooh. So we got to go to negative 412 by negative 339. Okay, so negative 412 by 339 is going to be this way? 412, 339. Let's see if we can find it. This is going to be neat. This is going to be a little fly around. Hold on. The negative is going in this direction, and I landed on a tree. That was unintentional. I'm really good with directions, but I end up getting lost really quick. So we got to go this direction and this direction, which means I was completely turned around. 412, negative 339, here we come. And what's really nice about this is we get to fly. Oh my goodness, there's a helicopter on top of this building. What? This is absolutely gorgeous. This is Beardstones, and I hope I'm not spoiling anything. I've gone too far. Let's see. We need to go this way. And we know where we are over here. We're at Tizz Tom's base. We did the Wipeout course not too long ago. We did leave Tizz a present in stream a while back. And now we need to go to 203 by 443. Let me, 203 by 443. So we need to go this way and this way. 203, 443. Can you guys remember that? 433. 433 and 203. It's going to be right there. I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. Oh, this is cool. I mean, we kind of flew over Beardstone's area here. 178 by negative 251. I'm going to need to actually most likely take a picture of this so I know where I'm going. Stop? No, photo. There we go. Okay, so negative 251 is this way, and 178 is going to be this way as well, right? We can go over here to 251, flying past our cool little base. I'm going to need to get some more steak here as well. 251, somewhere right in here by 178. Oh, it's on the back of the portal. Don't tell Foxy. We didn't do nothing. This one's gonna be a little bit different. This is 281 by negative 1166. So 1166 is gonna be this way, and 281 is gonna continue this way. Can we get out of here? We've had a pretty good luck with flying lately. Oh, that's cool. A new shop, I believe. Now, we've come this way many, many times, which you guys may or may not have seen on camera, because we have an axolotl breeder at about 1300 by negative 1300. That's where we've gone. And... oh, what is this? Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh, that's gorgeous. I believe that was... oh my goodness, there's so much stuff going on. Jazzy here. This is Loy's here. I know we've seen, or I have at least seen this. This place, oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, our base is nothing compared to this. My goodness, Lloyd, this is insane. I've seen pictures, but pictures don't do this justice. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. It just... oh, Pillager Captain hanging out. Holy... cathedral. Okay, so we're going to a negative 1166, which should be around here by 281. There it is. There it is. It's by the tree. Yep, we get to see Zloy's base. That is so good. I love it. The yellow, he used the honeycomb blocks. He's got deep slate and terracotta. Oh my goodness. So many different woods and stuff. It is so good. Wow. Alright, so we're going to 271 by 355. So 271 is like literally right here. And 355 is going to be back the way we came. Wow. There's some amazing builds going on that I just haven't seen. I like this little thing. The clip is going a little long, but hey, we're having fun, right? I do like the fact that this one is not necessarily just taking our diamonds this time. And 355 was it? It's 64. Okay, we passed it. I think it might be inside the thing here. Maybe in here? Ah. Nope. Aha! The real treasure are the wonderful prices at the dumb shop. I wonder how much that cost. If Tizz is plugging Zloy's shop. How much did that cost Loy for that? Okay, 254 by negative 117. So once again, we've got to go this way. That was a weird flight, but okay. Please let me off the ground. This happens every now and then on the server. Negative 117. by 254, right there. Why 95? That's good. Yeah, we definitely are smart about taking the pictures of this, so I don't have to remember the coordinates. Negative 412. Negative 412 by negative 339. That's back this way, yes? Yes. So good, though. We get to kind of see all of this area here. And maybe we can even get Tizz to set up another one of those where it goes out to where we're at the base area. But, you know, our base wasn't quite built by the time the scam was built. How much do I gotta pay, Tizz? 412. Is this the second time we're coming to Tizz's base? Is that what this is? Okay. 339 is right here. And 412. Does it send us back to this? Is that what it is? This thing's gonna send us over that way, and then, or on top of there, and then that's gonna send us back to Zloy's, and then over there, and then there, and then here. So we lost the 4 diamonds. Well played, Tizz. Well played. That was fun nonetheless. We got to see a lot of the server, which is cool. There's a ton going on. I know that for sure. I think we have more videos than we've ever had out, a lot of active members, and everything's going really well. That wasn't a bad use of 4 diamonds. Thanks, Tizz. I appreciate it. You need to collect your diamonds. So between the last episode and the last stream, which you guys already would have seen when you saw us finishing off the top side of the base, most of the facade or outer portion of this is done. There still is some terraforming that needs to happen out here. We do need to fix some of the soul soil when we put in the lava bits and things like that. But all in all, this thing is looking great. And we're going to come over here and get a little bit of food, because we're getting low on food. Why not? But what I want to do today is start work inside of the base. And I actually have already started a little bit off camera. As you can see, looking good, looking good. We put some deep slate bricks. That's something we haven't used this season. I did go ahead and decide to use the blackstone coming across here like that, and I do need to say hello to the wonderful Liara real quick. And then I went ahead and sunk the deep slate down, and we went with the tiles again, and we put some sea lanterns, and what I want to do is I want to make some tinted glass, right? That is something I think that we're going to use a lot of, and as you can see, the texture has changed. Or at least with my texture pack. I took away the border, I took away the streaks, but it still acts the same. And we're going to get this neat little effect here. It's kind of weird that it's dark here. Let's see, hold on. I think what we're going to need to do is deactivate our texture pack real quick and see what this looks like without the texture pack, because I'm not a huge fan of this stripe. Even with the texture pack deactivated, we still get this stripe along here, and the stairs are just kind of doing their thing. So I wonder if we were to change the full blocks out to half slabs, would that change anything? So what we're gonna have to do is turn the texture back on, or turn the texture pack back on. I do like the purple border that goes along this, and the streaks don't look bad, but I wish that I'm sure there's an add-on for it for like borders, like in Java. So where we would have a solid glass here, but just a border around the outside edge. That would look cool. But hey, Let's turn our texture pack back on and see what happens here. So rather than tear this glass up, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over here and kind of rip out these first bits and see what this does. I don't know. I really don't. This is kind of the first that I'm playing around with it. And I love tinted glass. This is very similar to the black glass or dark glass from Modded that will not allow light through. And this is going to be great for a mob farm and things like that. This does look like a black stained glass, so we might want to change the hue to a purple. But maybe, just maybe, this will work. So I do believe that this block is non-spawnable, just like any other. Did I put slabs here? I did. Just like any other glass. Other than that, I don't know too much about it. I know that I'm very happy that it's in Bedrock Minecraft, and that does work, by the way. And I think that looks so cool. The other thing that we could do is we could put a different block in here. We could put some, like, copper slabs to get that blue that we're using with the warped wood that's outside. If we got them oxidized, that would work, right? And I do believe that I can come all the way up here. Yes, perfect. Now, the other thing that I think that is special with this glass, and we're going to test it here, is that you can break this with a regular pickaxe. It does not have to be silk touched like normal glass. Yep, and you get your glass back. That's even better. So yeah, we're going to fix this all up. Come on. And I think that this is going to be a neat little floor. Gives a little bit of a variation in height and depth and things like that. We've got the cool little plus pattern here. I might even sink the ender chest down into the floor rather than where I had it. I know I want an ender chest in the middle of my base, and that could probably look the coolest and emit some light. I'm not a huge fan of this. So let's see here. We have some blocks. And I think what we're going to have to do... I believe this has to be not this copper-looking block. It has to be this. See, what I love about this block is this looks like the steel block from Modded. It has the buttons in it, like it's a metal. You know, it's not like iron that's kind of grooved in its texture. And I really like that. I think gold is a good texture. I like this, and diamond as well, but I think iron should be more like this, in my opinion. So what are we going to do here? One thing that we definitely have to do is fix up the solid blocks that lead all the way up here and just put in slabs. It's no big deal. Oh no. Oh no. I fell down. There are some other options that we can take. We could go with... Because we don't want the full blocks, right? So we're thinking half slabs. Because I believe if we were to put in, like, warped wood, we could use the planks, or the slabs, rather. But I don't know if I want to use those because they're on the outside. I would like to use maybe a little bit different of a block, as opposed to the sea lanterns. So we could get some prismarine. It's too bad that the crimson, or warped wart block does not have a slab. That would probably look the best. It might not even be bad. It might not even be bad to get some of the copper. Is that what it's called? Cut copper? Ah, it is. But maybe, just maybe, there's another option. So Liara has herself a ocean monument farm, and we did come over and buy some sea lanterns from her. We talked about that, but also being sold is prismarine, prismarine bricks, and dark prismarine. So we can get 2 stacks for a diamond of prismarine, and we can get a half a stack for a diamond here. So I'm thinking that it's time. Ah! It's time to spend a few diamonds is what I'm thinking. I can't believe I left my treasure box all the way at the base. We're going to have to go back and buy a couple of those things and try them out. So I did buy some prismarine, and I bought some dark prismarine. And I like the dark prismarine more than I like the regular prismarine, but the effect that I am trying to do here, or what's the word I'm looking for? The end result that I'm trying to go for is going to be accomplished by pretty much dropping this thing by a block. And then we'll decide from there if we want to do something a little bit different. And I messed around in creative because this still just was not looking correct. So I'm going to go ahead and mine up all of this glass, and then we're going to drop this floor by 1. Then place in all of the glass with the sea lanterns in as originally planned, and that should give me the desired effect. That was the word I was looking for, or words rather. And hopefully then we'll have a floor, and we can actually get into the whole thing that I had planned for today, which we haven't even got to yet. Between scam and running back and forth to spawn, it's been kind of hectic, but sometimes this happens. Sometimes builds don't come together as planned. Our big base here, it came together, but obviously we had a couple of snafus with having to fix, you know, some blocks misplaced and things like that. So it's bound to happen, but anyway, let me get to tearing this floor out, and you guys will see what I was trying to accomplish in just a second. Alright, had to go get myself a couple more pieces of glass, but this should fill it in completely. It doesn't really do what I thought it would do. Okay. Maybe it's because of the light sources. We ended up using, I grabbed magma blocks because they didn't... I was looking for sea lanterns. Jumping over into creative to look at this. This will just be easier with this. So if I were to take a sea lantern here, and then place in the tinted glass back in, yeah, it doesn't do the effect. What I'm looking for is this effect when you close it up, where it just darkens it up, and that looks so cool. I thought it did with this, maybe, hold on. No, but that does something else that's weird. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Well, I guess I'm gonna join the rest of Truly Bedrock and let some copper oxidize so we can change the sea lanterns out. I thought that this would darken, but I guess I'm wrong. It's no big deal. We'll add a little pattern in here and make it dark nonetheless. But moving on to what we wanted to do today. What I wanted to do today is, oh my goodness, I have an inventory full of junk. That's bound to happen when you're doing crazy projects. But what I'd like to do today is I would actually like to start on a smeltery or a smeltering setup in my base. And last episode we talked about actually using a big setup and all kinds of fancy stuff and things, and having you know, crazy farms to do smelting, but in all honesty, when I go mining and I come back with stuff to smelt, this is kind of what the inventory looks like. And this is actually a legitimate mining session. I went mining for a couple of hours. It's not gonna quite be 64. One away. And this is what we got. And I forgot that you can actually turn all of this stuff into the raw ores, which is really neat, as opposed to carrying just a monster amount of copper with you and iron and gold and things like that. This would have been far more filled up if we did it like this, right? It still all would have fit, but hey, it is what it is. Now, if you guys actually watched Foxy's latest video, or it was a couple of videos ago by the time this comes out, he did a video on fuels for furnaces. And he also looked into effectiveness of those fuels in more than one way. Basically, he looked at how much time it would take for a fuel to burn, or how much burn time a fuel has, how many items it could smelt, and then how easy it is to acquire said fuel. Through his testing, he basically found that lava is probably the best fuel source, and considering we can get it from either dripstone farms or going to the nether, or simply just flying around with our crazy generation, you get more bang for your buck with that. Now, the other thing that he showcased in his video, and I didn't know, is when you set up a furnace to do some smelting, and you place in, let's say, 9 coal, this is going to smelt 9 times 8 items, which, if we do the little trick on our hands, right, is 72 items. If you were to turn this into a block of coal, you're actually going to get yourself another 8 smelts out of that, making it 80 items in total. So as you can see, we've been collecting a ton of coal in block form. Now, coal is very easy for us to get. We can see surface coal there. I think I had some more surface coal right there. There's even some underneath here. That's where I got the 46 pieces when I was mining this out. And I think we are going to use coal. And I think we are also going to slim our system down to where we have a input chest. I'm thinking right about here, which means we would put one over here. So we're going to utilize these spaces, and we're going to have ourselves an input chest for our items to be smelted. And we're going to have our furnaces down there. Actually, this will probably be the fuel chest. And then the items to actually be smelted would be in this chest here. We just have to watch this light source here. We don't want to mess that up. We actually want to move these. Hold on. I actually think having these closer to the entrance to the base would be a lot better. So on one side, what we are going to have essentially is our 2 blast furnace. That is perfect. We want each one of you guys set up like so. And we are then going to have fuel coming into the back of these, like so. And then we're going to have the inputs like so. And then we're going to need the output of the items coming something like this. Now, as it sits right now, this is kind of a temporary setup because, as I said in the past, I actually want to do a little bit of redstone and have these items pumped up into another location. And eventually this whole room is going to turn into chests. So I'm thinking that we may want this spot right here again for items, which means I might turn these hoppers facing that way, and then they can pump up into a chest that is actually sitting right here. And of course, we're going to need to change the blocks that are underneath this to make it look better. But for the most part, this is... Oh my goodness, I forgot how slow that is. This is what we're talking about for our smeltery. And really, one of these is going to have to change. And this way, what we can do... Because as it sits, this... to make it easy... This will actually split the items evenly with 2 hoppers underneath of it. So if we were to take a bunch of copper, or take all of our copper out of here, and I'm only going to take a half stack and place it in here, what we should see is we should see 16 copper going in here, and we should see 16 copper going in here, as you see there. Boom. Perfect. So we can just dump all of our items in here, and it's going to be evenly distributed between the 2 blast furnaces. And that makes things a lot easier. We can throw in all of our iron, of course, as well as our gold. Now, I have blast furnaces on this side, and actually, I think we're going to take a piece of raw gold. Would be fine for this side, and on this side we're going to make our regular furnaces here. We're not going to be doing big smelts in our base. We might smelt down some stone into smooth stone. We might smelt down some netherrack from time to time. But if we need to do big smelting operations, it's not too far to go back to the super smelter we set up in the workroom. So what I need to do now is get, I guess, a dropper elevator that is going to come right here, and actually need to see what Y level we're stuck down here, which is 71. Perfect. And that will just better gauge where we're going here. And we should be able to run into our hoppers. Ooh. That's not going to be good. We are actually going to have to take them out and around, as opposed to bringing them over there, because they will pull the fuel out of them. Interesting. So we're going to have a dropper here, and a dropper here, and a dropper here. That should essentially be the dropper Vader that we need. This is going to be fun to get out of. Must be my first time working with hoppers. There we go. So that with that all set up, now it is just a task of us getting a dropper Vader and a little bit of redstone. I did not realize it dug out so much right here. So to do that, we are going to need a little bit of redstone, which we have actually in this chest. And I should go ahead and put all of this away as it sits right now. Diamonds, lapis. We're going to save this chunk of gold for obvious reasons, and we're going to take all of these blocks of coal, which is going to give us just over 2 stacks, which means we can actually, when this is wired up, we can actually throw the fuel in here. And what I'm going to do is have 2 item frames sitting here, one with a fuel on it, like a piece of coal, and then one with the raw gold, indicating that's what we're smelting. So I actually have been saving the leather from cows and stuff, and if we get ourselves some sticks, this shouldn't be too bad, right? So if we do just one of you, that gets us exactly 8. So 1, 2, 3. And then that should get us 4 of these. We could turn these even further into, like, the glowy kind. I didn't save any glow squid, but that's okay. We'll just do like that. And this is going to be the fuel, and this is going to be the raw gold. Just a little indicator. We could even put these on the chest, might be better. There's a screaming goat. I don't know if you could hear that. That is hilarious. Yeah, that might be better. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Droppers. Well, I think I figured it out. I didn't want to look at a video, just wanted to use the basic redstone knowledge that we have. So I have the clock right here that is going to auto detect items inside of this dropper. And then I just kind of peeled off some half slabs up to here. And if we were to shove, let's say 12 items through this, they are going to be going up. This is silent. We are going to get 11 items inside the chest, and there's always going to be one stuck here in this dropper. And that is just because of the way we're powering all of this stuff. Yeah. it is just a thing, and it's no big deal, and it's probably going to be dark in here once we cover this up, so let's just throw a torch. I'm not too bothered by it. It is going to be what it is. But this one is wired up. As far as I'm concerned, we're good to go. And what we can actually do is take the 2 stacks of coal that we have, and let's throw them in here. And they should be dispersed amongst the different furnaces. Oh, we heard a click there. So we are starting to hear a little bit of it, but items are being smelted, and all of our ores are coming up. Now, one thing I think we ought to do, or we could do, is we could put like an indication light on the back of these, because we have no real way of knowing when this is out of fuel, right? And we can't take a comparator signal necessarily off of the blast furnace because it's going to read items in any of these slots. So we could take an indication off of here, but that might not be worth the trouble that it's going to take. But we do have a furnace set up here, and now we can go ahead and start getting into doing the same thing over here, where we're going to have things like potentially cobblestone that can go in here, and we can have the smelted items in here if we have some like netherrack and things like that that we want to smelt, or maybe even... Did that one position itself correctly? No. Netherite. If we have a little bit of netherite or something like that that we want to smelt, ancient debris, we can. And all I have to do is do the exact same thing that we did over here and get it all hoppered in and wired up so that items come flowing in very, very nicely. And it's slow, but it's going to work. So to do it, we have that. I am going to need a comparator, which is not a big deal. We are going to need ourselves 3 droppers. We have all of the hoppers. We have everything that we need. Oops, I didn't mean to make that one. I was thinking about making some more of that so I could make 2 chests. So we can come across here and put these bad boys like so. Now, if I remember correctly, I have the droppers coming up in this side. So we're going to do the same thing. And start digging. Yes. Getting ourselves out of this hole here. Like so. And look at that. Hole. I'm going to go ahead and dig it up because we need it. Not very often that we go mining for coal anyway. Oh, we got a little bit of diorite that we can throw in here. No big deal. Perfect. And I guess we'll just use up what we dug out here. And let's see here. Y level 71 is where we want to be with our furnace, or our hoppers rather. So we're going to want something like that. Something like that. Yep. Something like that. And then... perfect. So it should be just a dig this way. And... there it is. There is going to be our first dropper. Neat. A little tired. We've been going at this for quite a bit. It shouldn't have taken as long as it has. But hey. You know, things happen. Whoa. There we go. And once again, we can get a little bit of andesite. We will go ahead and fill that in. It's not really necessary, but why not? And over here should be dropper, chest, and that is that portion of it filled in. And to make things, once again, easy on ourselves, we will come out... what did I do? I came out this side here, and then... I guess technically... I came out this side, and then I wrapped the redstone around to this side here. So if we were to do like that, and then temporarily that would work out perfect. And we can even go ahead and wire this up like so. I'm gonna need some more of these bad boys. Should be no big deal to do that. It is, the redstone's blocked off because of the full block. And now all we need to do is get up here, place in comparator. So wiring this up, very simple circuit. It is a comparator into a block. We've done this many times before. Need a little bit of redstone dust here. And then right here and here, we are going to have a repeater and redstone dust. Subtract mode on this guy. And then a final block right there is the final piece of the puzzle. And now once again, we should be able to stick 11 diorite in here. 10 of it should make its way up here, and one of them is going to be stuck in here. That is perfect. Perfect. And apparently, there we go. I was going to say I cannot jump. Yep, we will do that, and that, and now we have smeltable items over here. We have ores that can be smelted over here. We're getting a bunch of stuff in here, which is really nice, and it has started. I need to move these over to the respective chests. Hole here. That really doesn't matter if I turn that one or not, but it makes me happy nonetheless. And I can actually get 7 more blocks of coal with what I was able to dig out, which is really nice. Now, yeah, we've got some of our miscellaneous shulker boxes that were all sitting in the center here. And let's take a look at where our oxidized copper is at. It's coming along really nicely. We've got a few that have changed. Perfect. Well, time for us to do a little bit of cleanup and wait for some more of this to smelt. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Well, after some serious time waiting for copper to oxidize, I haven't done that yet this season, but it takes a very long time. We placed all of these in all the way down, and then I went ahead and built this pillar all the way up. I have plans to eventually build like a staircase that goes all the way up to the different levels that we will be creating. Now, the last episode came out between the recording of the last clip and this clip, where it was suggested that we could build like a moss farm and fill this with bamboo rather than the coal blocks that we're using. But basically, we could set up a moss farm and all of the bits could be composted down into bone meal. The bone meal then could be used to grow bamboo in a nano farm, and then we could shove that into this farm and it would work doing what we're doing here in a little bit better of a way. So that might not be a bad idea, and that might be something that we look at next time. But, I mean, we started recording this before that video was even coming out, so yeah. And it could be a cool little redstone project. Now, the other thing that we did in between the last couple of clips is we did a live stream where we completed this guy here. It was suggested to me about getting the warped sprouts and roots and things like that. I added the twisting vines as well, and this whole area is just coming along nicely. I did build a little bit of an area down here to under the axolotls as well. This is another project for another day, something that we will probably get to on a live stream maybe. And we're also going to tie in this entrance up here as well at some point. Now, there's a lot more to do here with making the mine area. We did do a little bit of terraforming over in this general vicinity, got this all turned into grass. And the last thing that we did on stream before we ended it was we actually accentuated the dirt face over here, which looks funny. We put some nether brick in there, and we also layered it with blackstone, and we did the fog effect all the way down. I know you guys can see the sea lanterns down there, but when you're not right on top of this thing, it looks super, super cool. So things are happening, base is going great, and I do have some future plans. Obviously, building the staircase is just one of those plans. We have plans to start building platforms and getting different things in there, such as crops, villagers. It's going to be a work in progress. I also put this door up here because we were having mobs wandering in. Apparently, mobs are going to spawn down here because these are not... or these are full blocks, and it is a tall enough gap. I thought this was only... How you spawn down there? There's a 1 block tall gap. Interesting. That is really weird. We might have to put something else in here, as opposed to the full blocks. Maybe he spawned right in here, which is just enough. I don't even understand what is going on, but this is bedrock. Anyway, this area is looking cool. I like the way that the middle section here is kind of dark and your eyes are pulled over into these sections. I have changed my mind a little bit on the chests. We are going to have some chests in this area over here and over here. As you can see, we put ender chests and crafting tables at all 4 of these locations. And we're going to start divvying up things that we have kind of just thrown in this chest here. Like cobblestone, the different stones, gravel, things like that. We need to start getting those into their own individual chests. And I think, that this could be the coolest way to do it. But that is all for another episode. We are out of time today, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We did a little bit of redstone, which is nice. Hopefully we'll be coming back and doing more in the near future. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to hit that like button. It helps the channel out tons. Any interaction is great. Comment, like, subscribe. You guys know the routine by now. Check the description down below for all the different ways to follow me, including Twitter, Twitch, Discord, Truly Bedrock Discord, Truly Bedrock website. A list of all the other Truly Bedrock members' YouTube channels is in the description down below. Check it out. A lot of good information over there. And once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one.